So on today's menu, I decided to go with hot dogs because why not? And for background noise, because I just find it seems to be better with background noise, right? So I found a section of the Roz and Mocha podcast on Kiss 925 where Roz defends the standard size wiener. And it's too funny because like nobody who listens, other than I guess small kids, has a clean mind when they listen to a lot of the stuff where Roz starts snickering. It's usually innuendo laced comedy. And I'm a little bit surprised that Maurie didn't jump all over it. So I'm assuming that this is one of the times that he was gone. We also have chips, salt and vinegar, Lay's, because according to Mocha and Roz, the only thing that should accompany a hot dog of any standard size, small wiener, or like jumbo dog, anything, is salt and vinegar chips. And Dave said Lay's. I guess you can use any kind of chip you want. I happen to grab Lay's. Also, wanted to do chips with chopsticks. So this kind of ties in 2 and 1. So, sweet. Even better. And I was also told that it's good to get the small Wonder Bread style buns. Get a small bun, small wiener, which I guess works out a lot better if you use your chopsticks, obviously. But if you use chopsticks in public, which I'm going to do at some point, people are going to be like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Weirdo. Like, what the... screw loose? Like, what's your deal? And I've also been told that mustard is the only condiment that should be on a hot dog. So I've got mustard here too. Oop. And mustard, kind of like HP. They seem to like the stuff with zing. I'm not sure if that's a Toronto thing or what. But, or an Ontario thing, since, Toronto, Ontario. But this is a hot dog with chopsticks. Now I put Roz right on. Boom.
Come on! I'm gonna have to go through.
Okay,
we literally have thousands of texts.
Okay.
Oh, look here.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it here.
Yeah.
That was literally just said. 100% IKEA. Just got
'Cause I'll tell you
no,
what-
100% IKEA hot dogs over Costco.
Because I don't like to eat just one hot dog. I always like to have 3, right? And you can't do that with the Costco dog.
Yeah,
It's too much.
Hey, Kiss, it's Roz Mocha.
We feel that Costco is far superior.
You do, huh?
Well, now, why do you think that the Costco hot dog is better than the IKEA hot dog?
Like, is it a better deal or is it a better hot dog?
It's a better hot dog.
Okay.
Like the Costco hot dog reminds me of like stadium dogs.
Yeah, so here's the difference, though, between the Costco and the IKEA hot dog is that the Costco ones, they are bigger.
Yeah.
I find them less of a hot dog, more of a sausage.
Yeah. See, I'm a...
They still have like the hot doggy taste.
Oh,
but
totally.
they are like the size of a sausage.
Completely.
See,
And
I
there's
am
always
an old school
Jimmy's
wiener
coffee.
guy, right? Like, I love a traditional sized wiener. I don't like... I don't mind, like, when you go to the ball game and stuff like that, like when you get those, like, sort of, like the extra large wiener and, like, the poppy seed bun, and that's all fine. But to me, that's not a hot dog. That's something else. To me, a hot dog is the standard size wiener, steamed or boiled, whatever you want to do. That mushy white bread bun, no fancy bun, and the thing just sort of melts in your mouth like a Krispy Kreme donut, right? To me, that's a hot dog, right? Like, I don't like a highfalutin wiener. I like a very basic wiener.
Hey, what's your name on the phone?
Katie.
Katie, okay.
And I'm with my 3-year-old Tuscan. We listen to you guys every morning. We love you guys.
Oh, we love you too.
So, but I will just say, We've had both, and the idea of like the simple wiener might be nice, but it's also kind of super gross. The Costco is way better.
I don't think you can. I don't think you can go. You call tradition gross. You know. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe you can.
Okay,
That's fine. No, that's fine. That's fine. I get you. You know, people have different needs, and for me, I prefer a traditional, just standard size wiener.
Fair enough. But if you do want a good hot dog, go to Costco, not IKEA.
I'm thinking about it, though. I'm thinking because usually if there's a Costco in the neighborhood, you know that the IKEA is not too far away.
Yeah, and I will say, Katie, along with you, everybody on text right now, 925-555, they are rallying for the Costco hot dog because of the price. It's $1.50. You get a drink, you get free refills, and it is a bigger hot dog compared to the IKEA one.
Don't make me. I've never had to do this. I've never had to use my my Montreal heritage. But don't make me rally the French in defense of the standard wiener. Okay. If there's anything French Canadians know about, it's the appreciation for the standard size wiener. for a modest wiener. Okay. They are experts. Trust me.
I don't know. For some reason, I think you're laughing at something else there, Katie. You need to grow up.
He's really arguing hard for the small wiener. I
didn't say small. I never once said small. I never once said small.
They have gone to a weird place.
No. Stop it. I never once said small.
French people love a small wiener, apparently. Standard.
Never came out of my mouth.
You are what you eat.
Oh.
Thanks so much for calling in today.
Okay, thanks, guys. Have a great day.
You too. Love you. Bye.
And just to clarify, again, for the record, small wiener never came out of my mouth.
That's what she said.
Oh my God, I can't even.
Oh.
Here we go.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Did you see this video? Jay-Z snatching that guy's...
So, I was listening to the podcast last night because I've been listening from one up, and they're now at like 2:30. I don't know. I stopped listening the last week of December last year. When I heard that there were people that were like, oh my God, I've listened to 2,000 minutes or whatever. And I'm like, the hell? How many have I listened to? And apparently Spotify analytics tells you how much time you've spent on what and what your most is of what. And they say I listened to 212, and I was like, oh shit, because that's only Spotify. That's not like the other podcast companies that I have on different phones. So there's a lot more. So I figured I'm not listening to the Live Now podcast that they've been doing since 2021. So I have no idea what they've been doing since the beginning of 2021. I just started on, I think 131, and that is the beginning of 2020. So I've caught up 3 years in the last couple months. So pretty good. 64 in January, and like, I don't know, maybe about 64 again in February. So I'm tracking month to month to see how long it takes to go through podcasts, and I'm basically only listening at work. I consider it like my side job. Analytics on it, because what I'm doing is I am keeping track of every time that I think Maurie, if the Maurie position was somebody who acted like Maurie but was straight, a man acting the way he does towards a woman, or a woman acting the way he does towards a man, they 100% would have been fired the first two things he did on the podcast, and that's out there for everybody to hear. And so I kind of think he's on the clock for people being like, you know what, you got to stop doing this kind of shit, because children listen to the show. And more often than not, Maurie's always trying to get in Roz's pants or trying to get him naked in some way. I thought it'd be interesting. So all the times at work would or should say something to him, and all the times his husband would probably beat him, like whoop his ass for micro cheating, which he flat out admits to on the air all the time. Stalking other men. The CDC should probably get involved based on how disgusting conditions at work are. And times that Roz actually, I've been logging every time Roz says Maurie my love or flirts with him in some way, because that kind of validates a little, like a very little bit of Maurie's over affection towards Roz on the air, which I find kind of inappropriate because Roz is kind of his boss, and all of what he does is sexual harassment, whether it is reported or taken seriously or not. Like I said, if he were straight doing that with the opposite sex, he would have been fired a long time ago, and everybody knows it. So I'm, as funny as it is, I'm wondering how long it's going to last, because he can't be that kind of person in the 2020s, right? Like, you just can't. People are being ended all over the fucking place. So what do they call it? Woke culture, I think. I'm 40 in May, so I'm just catching up to all of the, what do they call, like, sayings, acronyms, hashtags, stuff like that. I'm just like catching up to understanding what all that is. But I think it's woke culture, where every little thing that every single person does is scrutinized and usually hated on. One person does it and then trolls get a hold of it, and then they just fucking run with it because they're fucking trolls. What else are they gonna do? And COVID has us all locked up in apartments, or rooms. If you live in a house, most people are like stuck in their rooms, or like they're like, I don't want to go out anywhere, and it sucks. Like I don't like lockdown. It sucks. It just does. I'm probably not gonna finish these chips because like it's a whole plate of chips. I don't know why I did that. I'm a dumbass. Probably because the next video I shoot is going to be specifically for Mocha. Because he said in one of the episodes that you can't eat chips with scissors. And I say, fuck that noise. Yeah, you can. But not the way he was telling it, because that just sounded stupid. So that'll be the next video after I'm done making this one. That'll be the next one. But yeah. Roz defending this standard size wiener. So much innuendo in that one. Like the phone was almost dripping. That woman laughing her ass off. I think that was probably when Maurie was off filming with Hudson and Rex, I think, because he would have been all over that. There's been a few in the last few podcasts where you just know that he's not there. He's doing something because there's heavy innuendo, and it's usually about wieners, quote unquote wieners, and you don't hear him jumping around in the background going, oh my god, Roz, yours is so awesome. So I'm assuming that he was gone. But yeah, I'm not gonna finish these just because. Echo off. That's my laundry timer, so I gotta go. But this has been Chopsticks and hot dogs, and 100% you can eat hot dogs with chopsticks. I had just mustard on mine. You could have mustard, you could have ketchup, any kind of condiment you want. I would sort of discourage people from using things like pickles and whatnot, because remember what happened in the grilled cheese video? They could fall out depending on how you pincer your bun. Or it could just be fine, whatever. But yeah, I gotta go change laundry loads. Peace. And